Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Anissa binti Ahmad. Me and my team members in Grade 7 want to present the topic of employee socialization and orientation. So, what is organizational socialization? Based on the book Human Resource Development by John M. Werner, organizational socialization is defined as a process by which an individual acquires the social knowledge and skill necessary to assume an organizational role. Organizational socialization can be viewed as a learning process in which newcomers need to learn an extensive amount of information and behavior to be accepted as an organizational institution. Next, what is the purpose of employee orientation? The employee orientation is created to introduce new hired employees to a job, co-workers, supervisor, and organization. The most important elements of an effective orientation experience are frequent interaction between new employees and their co-workers, supervisor, manager, and the other employees. The reason why human resource orientation matters is to share the important information to new hired employees about company policies, background, procedure, and expectations, and eases them to be comfortable with their new position.
My name is Tae Ting. There are two issues in employee socialization and orientation. The first issue is information overload. Information overload is a particular common problem in orientation program, and it happens when a system receives more input than it can handle. Being overloaded with information refers to the feeling of having too much information to process and pay attention to. According to psychologist Charles Mirier, an average person can process 7 pieces of information at once. When employees faced with too much information, people tend to become confused and make less intelligent decisions. A lack of clear structure in groups of information and poor clues is one of the causes information overload today. Based James Hanston report, there are about 80% employees experience information overload. This issue can kill employees' performance and productivity. Now I'll pass to Shafika for the next issue.
Hi, my name is Nura Shafika. Today I will explain about the issues in employee socialization and orientation. The second issue that occurs in an organization is individualists. Individualists are a common term used to describe these people. Based Associate Professor in the Nicholson School of Communication at the University of Central Florida, Josh Musambira and Jonathan Mentor says, individualistic cultures emphasize personal goals, rights, freedom, self-expression, financial stability, and autonomy. Individuals are commanded and encouraged to think independently, take initiative, and work independently. Because management feel that autonomy and personal incentive are what people need to be happy within the organization, people are expected to act in their own best interest. The way each person sees it, the company does not define them. Rather, they each define and identify themselves by the ways in which their skill benefit the organization. Individualistic workers strive for independence and individual accomplishment outside from a group or collective. Additionally, both the society inside and outside of the company supports and promotes this style of thinking. As a result, people who succeed on their own are recognized publicly and given honors. Even in a collective situation, outstanding performance are acknowledged and publicized. Unfortunately, giving each person more attention has some negative consequences. A person's peers are alienated when good attention is brought to them. Members who do not receive exclusive public recognition may feel undervalued and disrespected. In such an environment, employees may experience intense competition with their co-workers, which can lead to insecurities, stress, and anxiety. When member performance is found to be below par, trying to operate at a high level may cause them to feel pressure and uncomfortable within the organization. Employees will constantly be compared to others who are serving in the same capacity, and they will be condemned accordingly. It can be difficult to convince everyone to think, especially in terms of a team. Each employee's devotion is to oneself and to defending their interests from outside interference. This issue also can lead to dispute and resistance to cooperation. Employees might not be willing to follow established standards and procedures, which could have an impact on the team and the organization as a whole. Some people might even engage in unethical behavior to get an advantage over others, advance in their careers, and gain promotion.
There are two significant regarding the issue. Firstly, access to current and reliable information is necessary to the success of many economic sectors. There are numerous approaches to guarantee that the strategy for human resource development and training is effective. For example, companies can give skill-specific training to their workers. The methodical approach can broaden workplace diversity and provide workers with a specific set of ability. By putting human resource development in practice, it can prevent newbies from becoming overloaded with information. Indirectly, it may assist the company in maintaining its and lead in a highly competitive and chaotic environment. Now I will pass to Shafika for the next significant.
Just now, we have studied about the issue that occur in the employee socialization and orientation. Now, we will go through why this issue is important to the human resource development. The individual employee and the unique demand are emphasized in an individualized workplace culture. Individualism in the workplace promotes individuals to believe that giving their all will help them achieve their professional goal, which will make them efficient and productive. As a result, workplaces often have a high level of competition. This issue is significant to the practice of human resource development because it can encourage workers to be highly productive and self-motivated. Individualistic workplace value and honor employees for their unique talents and capability. With this organizational culture, employees want to be recognized and treated for their own characteristics. This concept encourages creativity and innovation, challenge employees to perform at their highest level, and raises employee engagement. Employees that are encouraged to celebrate their success and pleased with their own accomplishment work diligently to deliver and succeed on a personal level because they know their efforts will be valued. In turn, this results in the company overall success. People in this type of workplace culture are independent individuals with strong personal belief. This issue is also significant to the practice of human resource development because it can promote creativity. To get out of the trenches, even the most rigid business model requires lateral doses of problem solving and creative thinking. The most creative aspect of the business to come to the fore when distinctive individual thought and viewpoint are in play.
Hi, my name is Tia Batusha with Human Zakaria. So we have already reviewed the issue that are significant to actually practice. Now we're moving on to the impact that it have on the organization. First of all, the impact on stress and unstable mental health. Too many of us tend to be information overload as a new phenomenon. According to the article of an international journal devoted to the behavior, organizational and social aspect of accounting mentioned by Sheikh Gordon and Hakam, this state of imbalance is known as information overload, which occurs when someone takes longer than expected to comprehend information that requires interaction and calculation. This happened a lot during orientation and selection season for new recruitment in the organization. Hence, the impact of information overload issues during orientation for average information use are almost always negative. This is because they are more likely to experience stress and fragile mental health. Most importantly, information overload will affect not only our mental and emotional as well as physical well-being. For example, they have to access a myriad of data and tasks that can lead to stress and anxiety. It may even impact our internal relationship as you struggle with cognitive overload. Plus, the issue leads people to easily get distracted, feel bored, make more error due to multitasking, and are less good at engaging in creative problem solving during the orientation program. Even psychologists report burnout by Wilmer Schaufeli 2018 mentioned that information stress can exhaust and demoralize us, resulting in symptoms similar to attention deficit disorder (ADD). Ultimately, this can lead to overwork, burnout, or depression. Disclosure of information related to the organization is an action that should be given to new employees as an initial approach. The orientation program is only run once as a first interaction for each hiring season. This is due to the time and money requirement of a lot of the program. The material provided during orientation is therefore comprehensive and insufficient. It causes people to not focus during the season. Thus, giving too much information has caused new employees to receive information in a short time. In consequence, stress has been experienced by new employees, particularly when the HRD manager utilizes a passive orientation strategy without any physical activity. For example, when delivering information, there is a special emphasis
on the orientation. But if there is too much information being delivered or even not directly delivered to their organization, there will be no benefit from the orientation. As a result, they will have to face a whole range of challenges to locate their required information, resulting in stress and unstable mental health, fatigue and anxieties, particularly for introvert workers, since they prefer to work alone and are more reserved. They will experience extreme stress. As a result, the communication is one way, which makes it challenging for HRD managers to comprehend and interact.
Assalamualaikum and a very good day to Dr. Ayub and my fellow friends. I'm Nur Faziatul Syahira binti Asma'in will present the impact of individualistic issue, which is less capable to engage in cooperative behavior. Firstly, cooperation refers to the willful contribution of individuals to the completion of tasks. Some organizations encourage the employees to think critically and being themselves, and others promote interpersonal relationships and teamwork. People prefer to work alone so that they can excel their responsibilities. An individualist lifestyle in the place of job create creativity, boost worker engagement, and motivate humans to do their pleasure. Other than the benefits of individualistic, it additionally causes conflict and resistance to the cooperations. For example, some employees might also use unethical practices to advantage the competitive aspect. They need a ways to work in a high degree so that they can stand out. This will cause pressure and exhaustion among the employees, with men or women's overall performance forming the idea in their price. They may have tensions if their roles in the enterprise is at risk, if their performance is visible as a sub-preferred. Employees can also constantly evaluate their performance to their friends, averaging and feeling judged. It may be difficult to make the employees collaborate in a group project. That's all from me. Thank you.
My name is Logala, and now I will present two recommendations to solve the issue of information overload and individualistic. Firstly, HR managers should spell out the orientation program into spaces to speed up presentation of the material. In this area of advanced technology, it is becoming easier and easier for people to attempt all kinds of information from internet, which has led to the occurrence of information overload. One data shows that over 1,500 HR professionals in Australia and New Zealand were polled for Almond's 2020 HR Industry Benchmark Report, which found that too much information available was the top difficulties for 1/4 of the respondents. Referring to Nelson's study, the conscious mind only can remember 3 to 5 pieces of information simultaneously. As a result, it is not possible to absorb a lot of information within a short period of time. Thus, the organization will arrange orientation programs because newcomers don't have prior knowledge of the organizational structure, and this could help them become more familiar to their new workplace. A brilliant example to address the issue of information overload is Southwest Airlines. Instead of running for an entire week, Southwest Airlines orientation program conducts once a week. The company did not go over benefits and hand them a stack of paperwork on the first day because they know it will make their employees feel overwhelmed. During the first 30 days, new hires at Southwest Airlines might attempt Gradient, Love, and You FLY program, which is an all-day orientation. Through this program, Southwest Airlines believes that their employees are completely exposed to what it means to live and work the Southwest way and business strategy of the Southwest Airlines along this day. A phased orientation program allows employees to take their time to absorb and digest all the newest information slowly and effectively, which can solve the issue of information overload successfully. In my opinion, it is a must to eliminate information overload since it may make employees feel overwhelmed, which will affect their performance and quit from the company. Now I will pass to Lishan for the next recommendations.
My name is Dilishan and I will present the next recommendation that HR manager should follow to deal with the information overload and individualistic in the employee socialization and orientation. Second, HR manager should implement mentoring and buddy systems. According to Professor Amy S. Howard, who is the Director of Research and Training Center on Community Living at University of Minnesota, stated that employee-centered orientation is designed to help newcomers to cope with the stress of starting a new job. It is a goal to welcome new employees, promote positive attitudes about the job. However, newcomers find themselves in unfamiliar work environment and surrounded by the people that they do not know. Some of the new employees are introvert and some of them are extrovert. Thus, human resource managers should allow new workers to take the initiative to let them introduce themselves to the support staff and co-workers, and to assist new employees to adapt in the new working environment. During orientation, the HR manager can divide several newcomers into small groups to conduct the orientation program. Each small group needs to be assisted and assigned with a mentor to assist employees throughout the entire orientation program. By this way, this will let the new employee know their mentor, and also they can ask the inquiry and question and gather all the information that they have to know so that they can know about the information about the organization and the culture and so on. Next, based on the study of Association for Talent Development, training newcomers without a mentor only led to 24% productivity boost, while assisted by a mentorship, it could lead to a highly 88% boost. According to the International Institute for Management Development (IMD) in Switzerland, estimate their business loss annually about 37 million because the employees do not fully understand their jobs and also without the guidance of the mentorship. Hence, the HR manager could implement a mentoring relationship for 90 days and should continue a longer if the mentor and the employees get along and have a great connection. Furthermore, the HR manager should plan to take new employees to lunch and ask the co-workers if to participate them in the lunchroom. It is due to organize midday meal with the manager, and a few workers can easily break the isolation and also begin the engagement process on the day one. Getting to know other employees is conducive to avoiding feelings of isolation, and it could also help employees to build a lasting relationships by having a regular one-on-one conversations with the management. This will also let the new workers integrate into organization culture, get along with the colleagues, adapt quickly, as well as to keep them in the organization longer. Next, I will pass to Anissa to explain the conclusion.
Overall, new employees face many challenges when they are joining the organization. To start a new job is not easy for newcomers because they have not adapted yet to the environment of organization and other employees. The organization plays an important role in ensuring the employee must adapt with the organization. The effectiveness of employee socialization and orientation will give a good effect to organization and also to employees. This will reduce stress and pressure for new employees at work. If an organization did not have the effectiveness of orientation and socialization, this will have a bad impact on new employees. For example, new employees will be afraid to communicate with their manager and also their friends at work. Organization must use a variety of socialization and orientation tactics to new employees. The effectiveness of this tactic will influence the attitudes and behavior of new employees. Besides, newcomers need more support and attention from organizations since they are new in this organization. The new employees must be active learners for the new skill and behavior necessary to perform their job effectively.